G'day, Steve Morgan here, Australian Bass Tournaments. We have concluded the Humminbird Bass Electric Australian Open at Hinze Dam, and Adrian Wilson, winner of the event. Hinze fished as hard as I've ever seen it fish because the lake rolled over last week.
Yeah, mate. Like I said, in my pre-fishes, I had no problem bagging out every time I came down here. That between the pre-fish being to this weekend, yeah, it's definitely changed. Definitely changed to what it was fishing like.
Well, in case you don't know what a rollover is, it's when it gets so cold that the top water is the same temp as the water underneath, and then it all mixes up and you get all that sort of dirty, unoxygenated water come through. Yep. The fish don't like it. It doesn't kill them or anything, but it just makes them not want to eat. It's like if you've got bad water in a fish tank, everything just sort of shuts its mouth, doesn't it?
Oh, most definitely. Like, everybody saw the dead bonies on the surface, over the weekend and whatnot, and there were a couple of dead bass too. I saw one up the back where I was fishing. It did have me a little bit concerned yesterday when I was heading up there, thinking, I wouldn't have thought it would have turned over that far up. It's not real deep up there, but no, well, it played out for me, so that's the main thing.
Let's talk about your strategy for the weekend. No one caught a limit of 5 bass, and that's a shame because the Bass Electric Australian Open is the only event we do have that 5 bass limit, and Hinze potentially can kick out a 10 kilo 5 bass limit when it plays out. But you caught 3 fish on day 1, 3 fish on day 2. Was that 6 out of 10 you got?
Yeah, it was, mate. It was. It was definitely. It was it was an absolute slog the whole weekend. I basically fished an area, a weed edge about 150 metres long in the back of a bay, and I just kept tracking up and down that the whole weekend. I saw the fish in there, and that's what made me stay there.
Yep. Let's talk about your tactics, because it's not often we have a tournament won at Hinze that's won on plastics. In the old days, yes, but ice jigs are played here, spoons, lipless crankbaits, but the good old slider grub got it done.
Oh, for sure, mate. It's we're normally fishing, sitting in 40 to 50 foot of water and casting spoons and stuff like that, 40-gram spoons. This weekend, I fished that particular outfit the whole weekend. It's a baby bass slider on one of Monty's 1/4 ounce jig heads. It was probably a little bit too heavy for the weed I was fishing, but I didn't want to stop casting. I just wanted to keep casting the whole weekend. Last night I changed it up a little bit. I went to a Miller's XLFC, went to a 1/6 jig head, and just went to a Tennessee shad for something different. And that's what got me the bites today.
And then Tennessee shad and baby bass are not really that different apart from the colour of the glitter in them, basically, isn't it? One's got green, one's got sort of a black speckle in it.
Oh, for sure, for sure. And like the dead bonies that were floating on the surface were, a dead set replica of what I was throwing.
There is definitely no shortage of food in this joint. I noticed you tie little loop knots on your jig heads. That's something I haven't seen for a while. Why do you like the loop knot rather than straight to the head?
Oh, just habit, mate. Just habit.
You tie loop knots to everything?
Basically, unless it's got a circlip on it.
Yep.
I tie lip knots on everything.
Nice. And that braid you got on there, that looks like the finest braid I've ever seen. That's some of Joss's new YGK, the old Tolos braid?
It is, mate. And this is the first weekend I used it. I was a little bit concerned because I hadn't thrown it before. But, mate, I'm absolutely stoked with it. It's awesome stuff.
Yeah, I know some of the brim guys and guys like Jamie McEwen love throwing it because it is so thin and so strong. And the brim especially, they get a little bit line shy sometimes. Now, tell us about your Bass Electric boat. I don't get to many Bass Electric events, but everyone has got these boats that are set up with batteries, big electric motors. How fast does yours go?
It'll push about 10.5 k's flat out. It's like anything, but you drive a V8 hard, you chew the juice. The same with an electric boat. But, mate, lithium batteries are a godsend. Yep. On my pre-fish day, I travelled over 28 k's, which is unheard of in an electric boat 5 years ago.
Yep.
Your AGMs and your lead acid batteries would have killed you. And I came back here doing 8 k's. You'd be crawling back here. You'd be crawling back here.
But you were powering back in on the practice day. I remember you got here like 3 minutes before the briefing.
Yeah, well, mate, yeah, I sort of try to maximise my time on the dam and just check out every possible thing that I can. I've got so many marks on this dam, obviously, and whatnot. And
you try to do them all in one day.
I done a milk run. I did a milk run and just checked all my usual spots and whatnot. I did find fish in one particular spot, but it was like an hour's run this morning, and my plan yesterday was to go up there today, but then I thought about it. No one had caught any big fish deep. So I thought, what's the point? I'll just go back to where I was fishing yesterday.
Yeah, well, it worked out good because this is the first time you've won the Bass Electric Australian Open. What do you got to say to Joey, who made that trophy there for you?
Oh, Joey, you're a legend, mate. You make, quality trophies, mate. I love your work, brother.
Anyone else that you want to thank? You've been running the Bass Electric series for the last couple of years. I think this is a bit of good karma for all that hard work that you put in. Any other sponsors you want to thank?
Oh, mate, Humminbird for putting on the show this weekend. Absolute awesome event, and this is the premiere of our besides the grand final, our bass fishing season.
Yep.
Tackle Warehouse, those guys have looked after me for quite a long time. ABT for running the events, and I think that's it.
There you go, mate.
Sorry if I've missed anybody.
That's it, mate. Congratulations. You put in the hard work both on the water and then behind the scenes with the circuit. So congratulations,
Cheers,
Adrian.
Mate. Thank you. Thank you
Hold
very
that
much.
trophy up to the camera. There he is. He's finally done it.